Want to make sure that never happens to you? Keep watching this video for 5 helpful tips when it comes to playing Overcrowd. Before we begin, I'd like to mention that we have an Overcrowd Let's Play on the channel that you might be interested in. There'll be a link to the playlist at the end of this video. And if you like this video, do be sure to subscribe for more Overcrowd content. Now, let's get started. Pay attention to the daily reputation chart that pops up every day at midnight. This contains important information about what is going well and, more importantly, what isn't going well in your station. Know that commuters aren't necessarily commenting on your station as a whole. They are usually commenting on a single thing that they saw or felt. For example, if you have a large number of commuters complaining about litter, but your station tends to be fairly clean, remember that your commuters aren't necessarily saying there's a lot of litter in the station. They could be commenting on a single piece of litter right by the entrance that your staff left on the ground for hours. That single piece of litter is commented on by every single commuter walking in and out of that entrance, which means that your litter metric will look really high, when in reality that isn't the case. To combat this, make sure you have lots of trash cans, enough wheelie bins, and you're leveling up your staff's perception so that they can see problems from further away. One of the biggest things that drops my reputation is overcrowding. The game is called Overcrowd after all. There are a few ways you can solve this issue. The first is, you guessed it, give your commuters more space. Make sure that you're leaving an ample amount of space around your platforms, and more importantly, the entrance. The entrance is the busiest place in the station, so you want to make sure that you've built it in a way that gets the exiting commuters out and the entering commuters in as fast as possible. This means using lots of ticket machines and thinking about the flow of traffic. Try to make one side of the ticketing area for entering commuters and one side for exiting commuters as much as possible, so that they don't run into each other as much. Of course, this is a puzzle game, so sometimes you can't physically make more space around the entrance. A great way to combat this is by building an exit-only entrance. This separates the traffic so that the exiting commuters aren't clogging up the ticketing area or running into nearly as many entering commuters. Another thing you can do to deal with overcrowding is call your trains at different times. When you call all of your trains at once, you're opening the floodgates to an ocean of commuters who will do nothing but complain of overcrowding. By calling your trains at different times, you're creating a more steady flow of commuters in the station, thus reducing overcrowding. This solution is most easily accomplished with the signal automator set to call trains at different intervals, but you can always manually call trains at different times too. Your staff can make or break your station, so pay attention to them and make use of the staff features. If your staff are hanging around the break room for too long, try turning off auto rest and make use of the staff scheduler. Try to make sure there is always at least one person working if you have multiple staff so that your station doesn't fall too far behind. Use the Staff Priorities tab to tell your staff what jobs to focus on. I recommend having staff that are specialized in 1 or 2 jobs and can do another one to cover their coworker when they're on break. Also, don't hire staff too quickly. You don't need one staff member to hold on to each tool at once. Many tools, like medical and security, aren't used all that much, especially early on in the game if you're playing the network sandbox. It is important that you have staff who are assigned to them and that is their number one focus if it's ever needed, but they should be assigned to do other jobs that fall under the litter, refuse, or people tabs. There are a lot of factors that contribute to what tasks you should give to who and in what order, but it would take too long to break down everything in this video. If I ever make a video that goes into more detail on staff, a pop-up will appear in the upper right hand corner of the screen right now. If it doesn't, comment down below if that's something you'd be interested in watching. Advertisements are literally free money, so use them everywhere. There is no negative reputation associated with too many advertisements, so go crazy. If you use fences near your entrance to contain your ticketing area, delete them and get rid of the path so you can use the wall for advertisements instead. Do the same thing around your station. Create as many walls for yourself as possible so that you can put up advertisements everywhere, especially in high traffic areas. Just be sure that you're not deleting so much path that your commuters will be overcrowded. It's always so tempting to open that second entrance, build that second platform, and hire that extra staff, but in order to do well in this game you need to build slowly and only expand when you feel confident that your station can handle it. Each entrance has a commuter rate that gives you an idea of how many commuters you can expect to see come in from that entrance. If you have a small station with a 2-carriage train, you do not want to open a second entrance with a high commuter rate. You would just be asking for your commuters to scream that they're overcrowded and create lots of problems for yourself. Only open another entrance when you feel confident that your trains can handle the commuters from both entrances and that you have the infrastructure in place to satisfy their needs, like a good number of shops, enough trash cans, and enough space so they don't feel overcrowded. If you ever make the mistake of opening another entrance too soon, you can always close it or use it as an exit only. This game is unforgiving sometimes. It can throw issues at you that you're not prepared to deal with, and you can easily lose reputation and money in a matter of seconds, so above all else, build slowly. So there we have it. Those are the 5 tips that I thought would be most useful for new and experienced players of Overcrowd. Did I miss anything? Let me know in the comments and maybe I'll make another helpful tips video. If you'd like to see more content like this, please like the video, let me know down below, and subscribe. New videos come out every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And make sure to check out our Overcrowd Let's Play. Thanks again for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye now!